of the 304 Championship.
I think you done, and that's the girl's loser, dude!
Izzy, unlike all the other opponents that Axel has come face to face with, you, my friend, are undefeated. It doesn't matter how many matches you have won or how you have won them, whether it be on your own or if your goons help you get there. You see, come September 16th in Conneysville, West Virginia, I, Axel Crow, will drag your soul to the carnival of souls where it belongs. I'll see you soon, dear friend. Goodbye!
What's up, folks? Welcome to an exciting episode of ATCW Live. I am your host, the golden tongue of ATCW, Evan Wade, and here to my right, as always, the Swiss Army knife, Dennis Williams. Dennis, what's going on, brother?
Man, what was that?
That, my friend, was an incredible promo from Axel Crow. A lot to unpack there for sure. And what do you say we just jump right into it with the first contest that we're going to talk about this evening, the King of the 304 Championship on the line. Axel Crow, the leader of the Carnival of Souls, going one-on-one with the new #1 contender, House of Cross member, Izzy Stone. Dennis, your thoughts on what we just saw in that promo there?
Izzy Stone, that's what you're up against, man. Like, you're not going into a kind of a normal match here. You got a different kind of thing to handle this time with this guy. I hope you're ready for that. Axel Crow, he definitely looks like he's ready for that. There's a lot coming into this matchup. Axel Crow's been on an incredible run as champion. And, of course, Izzy Stone has been on this undefeated streak, earning him this #1 contendership opportunity. And there's a lot of other things at play here, Evan, because the whole House of Cross situation. You announced, of course, last week that Jonathan Cross is banned from ATCW events for the remainder of the year. It is great, I admit. I'm kind of happy about it too, but there's some things that maybe haven't been thought about just yet. What is this going to do to the House of Cross? I see 3 scenarios here. One, this couldn't in some fashion destroy them, right? Because
possible
fights about who's going to lead it, if there is to be a leader. Who knows? Another scenario I see is they all just kind of band together and kind of really equally support each other. That's kind of a scary idea. The third idea I have is AK. He's affiliated with them right now. We don't know what it's about. I'm trying to find out, but I'm not getting any answers. So maybe he steps up and is the new leader. Whatever happens here, guys, it's going to reverberate through all of ATCW. Not just this match for the King of the 304 Championship, but all of ATCW.
Absolutely. I'm excited to see this one. I'd stated earlier on the ATCW recap that you guys are going to make this match for me, and I'm excited to see it. September 16th, ATCW Dominance from the Leetown Community Center, Carneysville, West Virginia. Don't miss it, man. Our next contest, we're going to talk about the second generation sensation. Brian Hardy, making his return from last month, is going to go one-on-one with House of Cross member, the ageless one, Ethan Cross.
Yeah, so the reverberations in the House of Cross can continue here, but also, guys, this is really a showcase of some old school wrestling. You've got Brian Hardy, a blast from the past, and you've got the ageless one, Ethan Cross, across the other side of the ring from him there. Kind of a chameleon of wrestling styles as he adapts to all of his opponents, and we've seen him pull out some very old school tricks. So for us older fans, this one's for us guys, and it's going to be a classic.
Absolutely. The charisma did indeed pour out from that promo that I had mentioned from Brian Hardy, and I'm excited to get to see more of the second generation sensation coming up on September 16th. But I got to say, man, I think he might have his hands full with the ageless one, Ethan Cross, because you can never count that guy out. His in-ring awareness, his display of strength that we saw last month against Tomahawk, man,
it was impressive.
I feel like we have a lot of things that we haven't seen yet. After all the time that we've seen Ethan Cross competing here in ATCW, I think we have some stuff that we haven't seen yet from him. And the mystery is what's keeping me in this one, man. It's going to be great. Just like Dennis said, an old school classic. And it's going to be so fun. See you there. Up next, one half of the ATCW Tag Team Champions, the Radical Stars, Willie Radical, issuing a challenge to the Roughnecks for a one-on-one contest in lieu of the injury that LA Star suffered last month at the hands of Josh Austin and Muddy Waters. Doesn't care who answers the call, and we're not sure until just recently. Dennis, I heard you got some news about who is going to take the challenge issued by Willie Radical.
I do, and it's going to be Josh Austin stepping up to do it.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm sure there was some discussion there because, mean old Muddy, he don't want to miss out on nothing. But Josh Austin's going to step up, take the opportunity here. This is important to remember, guys. Willie Radical is a very good singles wrestler as well, former Cruiserweight champion here in ATCW. Going up a bigger and, would you say tougher man than Josh Austin?
Yeah, definitely. He's definitely got the size advantage.
Got the size and strength advantage, definitely. So I'm looking forward to a good contest here. I think that this one might surprise a few folks. And don't forget, there's going to be a little bit of a personal edge to this, too. It's not just going to be kind of your standard one-on-one contendership kind of bout. This is personal.
And it is. That it is. These two teams have been going at it for months and months. I'm excited to see the heart of Willie Radical up against the power of Josh Austin. It's going to be a great match. Don't miss it. The climb up the mountain that is the House of Cross was started last month when the Shepherd Tomahawk set his sights on the ageless one, Ethan Cross, and came back with a successful victory. This month, he has his sights set on a new member of the House of Cross, one that's making a comeback after a couple months away. Probably the most seasoned veteran that we have in the entire company, Black Hawk, making his return to go one-on-one with the Shepherd Tomahawk. Dennis, I know you're excited for this one. Tell us why, man.
Well, so I've always described Black Hawk as the smartest wrestler in ATCW because that experience you've mentioned, the knowledge, and his just natural ability that he's always had has turned him into this elite competitor who wrestles a very smart match. He's going up against a guy who, especially over the last couple of years, has developed a style to where he wrestles a very smart match. Every move has a purpose, it has a setup, and it all comes together in the end. Tomahawk executes his plans, and now he's in there. This is almost like a mental chess game, but it's going to be physical too, and we're going to get to watch it and enjoy it and love it. And when you get two guys like this together, that's what's going to happen, folks. You're going to love it.
It's going to be incredible. The three eyes from Kurt Angle, well, you're definitely getting two of them in this matchup. The intensity on the side of Tomahawk, the intelligence on the side of Black Hawk. But there will definitely not be any integrity between these two in this match. It's going to be a banger, man, and I can't wait to see it. Up next, we have a new competitor returning to the ring here at ATCW. Got news earlier this week. Too Fine Chris Klein is coming back to ATCW to take on the Hero Kid, Jimmy Alpha. Dennis, your thoughts on this one?
Well, I'll tell you a little story, guys. So, I've been in the business for almost 20 years now. I've worked many different promotions, and I am the Swiss Army knife, therefore I've done a lot of different jobs. When I was training to be a referee, back in 2004 and in 2005, there was a wrestler there who was training, new guy, and his name was Chris Klein. I've seen Chris Klein's career grow from that. Dude, I saw his first drop kick.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Wasn't bad. He does have some natural ability. So I saw Chris Klein from the beginning to what he is now. I have counted 3 counts that have made him heavyweight champion before in other promotions. And now he's coming to ATCW to show everybody here what he's all about. A lot of you know him. A lot of you have seen him over the years. So you know what he's about, and you know what he's bringing into this contest. And now we've got this, I wouldn't say new guy. He's got some experience now, but we got Jimmy Alpha, this kind of rising star, this guy who's trying to make a name for himself. And at this point now, he's trying to break a year-long losing streak. Oof. Two great competitors to put together here for a very good one-on-one contest. And I think, Evan, that this has a chance to steal the show.
Really?
I do.
Really? Well, you did sell it pretty well there to me. I'm definitely excited to see Chris Klein back in action. It's been a while since I've seen him. And, man, I hope this month off that Jimmy Alpha's had has been some kind of clarity for him, has been some kind of reinvention maybe. Hopefully he's went off and found himself and he's ready for a fight, because Chris Klein is not going to be an easy competitor to topple, especially on the wave of a comeback. So it's going to be a
momentum there.
Yeah, a lot of momentum for sure. Hopefully Jimmy can find his. We'll see you on September 16th. The ATCW Heavyweight Championship is on the line when El Oso Mafioso Grizzly O defends against TCW member Robbie Wayne. Now, if you're unfamiliar with the TCW acronym, last month at ATCW Anarchy, KG Red, the promoter of TCW out of Virginia, came and assaulted Grizzly O after his heavyweight championship defense with a vicious frog splash off the top rope, holding his TCW banner over his head, over Grizzly O, and making a statement. Fast forward about a week later, Grizzly O sent the shot right back. You can find the video here on the ATCW page, man. Sending the shot right back. Huge bear hug body slam to KG Red, costing him the match that he was currently in, and going live on Facebook as well for the ultimate insult to injury. Grizzly O sending the shot right back, making us proud here in ATCW. But now that you're all caught up, Dennis, give us your thoughts, man, on Robbie Wayne and the threat that he could pose to Grizzly O.
So, sometimes promotions have feuds too. It's not just wrestlers, it's not just tag teams, it's not just groups of wrestlers. Sometimes it's promotions as well, and I guess that's what we're falling into here. Me, I just kind of stay on the sidelines and just report on what I see and talk about what goes on during the wrestling matches. And we got a heck of a wrestling match here, ladies and gentlemen. Our heavyweight champion, Grizzly O, going one-on-one with what should be true championship wrestling's best guy. They're sending him up, not just to win our championship, but to embarrass the company and all that, which, to be honest with you, if our guy loses his title, that would be embarrassing for us. However, he's stepping in there with the best wrestler on the East Coast, our heavyweight champion, Grizzly O. We've seen guys coming from all over the East Coast
that we have
trying to take down Grizzly O, and no one's been able to do it. Mm-mm. And I don't think it's time for Grizzly O's reign to come to an end. Do you?
Nope. I don't think that's going to end anytime soon, man. He's got a death grip on that ATCW championship.
And come on, Robbie Wayne, bring your best, man, because I'm an old school wrestling fan, and I just want to see a great wrestling match.
And I think we're going to get it, man. We're going to get it September 16th, ATCW Dominance in Kearneysville, West Virginia. It's time, folks, the main event! Are you copying me?
No, I was just trying to show my excitement.
It was worth it, man. The West Virginia street fight between two former brothers, two former partners, two former champions. Ishman Martinez going one-on-one with Tremor. Dennis, your thoughts on this one?
Well, it's finally happening, and it has to happen. The sneak attacks have to stop. The beatdowns have to stop. It all has to stop. And thankfully, Chucky Manson is putting a stop to it and putting these two guys into a West Virginia street fight. Guys, come to West Virginia, fight it out, and settle it, please. I'm begging you. This is such a sad thing to see, Evan. I hate seeing tag teams go down like this. If you guys want to part ways, part ways. I don't understand why it's got to come to this sometimes, but this is where we're at with it. And this time around here for this one, Evan, we're going to try something a little different. Both men have had a lot to say about this fight that's coming. So let's take a look at what Tremor has to say.
Saturday, September 16th, ATCW has an action-packed card set up for all you fans out there. One you ain't going to want to miss. But that main event, that last match, isn't going to be for the faint of heart. Actually, it's not even going to be your typical wrestling match. You see, it's a West Virginia street fight between two guys who were best friends. Hell, who considered each other brothers, family. Not anymore. Because in that street fight, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be an all-out brawl. Because you see, last month, when I went up against Axel Crow, he told me that he was going to drag my soul to the Carnival of Souls. Well, let me tell you, when he hit that final act, I felt my soul leave my body. And when I woke up, I was staring the Carnival of Souls Crypt Keeper right in his eyes. And I told him, I'm not the one you want. Give me 1 month, and I'll bring you a soul that you can corrupt. I'll bring you a soul that you can keep as your own. So on the 16th, Ishman Martinez, I'm not just going to prove who the better member of WSD really was. Because you see, when the dust settles and the smoke clears and I'm standing above you with my hand raised and you wake up and you're staring the Crypt Keeper in his eyes, I know that my promise will be fulfilled.
There you have it, folks. Words from Tremor, and emotional words at that, man. Sent us this video personally straight to the ATCW studio. Wanted to make sure that we got the word out, sending it from his home, a place that Ishman Martinez knows very well. You can see how personal this is for both men. And speaking of Ishman Martinez, let's go ahead and hear from him as well.
For those who don't know, I've had a couple of months to really think about it, but only a couple of days to think about the idea that September 16 at ATCW Dominance is going to be in the main event. Tremor versus Ishman Martinez in a West Virginia street fight. This boils down from frustration and jealousy to figure out who is the better man. But guess what? For you, Tremor, I don't care about who's the bigger man, because that's obviously physically you. But you see, I got the bigger brains, I got the bigger hair, and guess what? I'm not there to play around with my hair. I'm not even there to scream or dance or whatever the hell I've been doing these past couple of months. At this particular show, at ATCW, in the main event, it's going to be mano a mano. I'm going to look you in the eye and I'm going to show you what crazy is all about. I'm going to show you what real frustration is all about. Because these past couple of months, you have shown me nothing but betrayal. You don't even want to fix it. You don't want to rehash what we had before. Nah. You destroyed that. You decimated that. So, when the bell rings, it's not going to be a wrestling match. Heck, it's not even going to be a fight. You want to bring weapons? You want to bring weapons into this problem, this situation? Well, guess what? Every weapon, and including my hands, I am there to simply f*** you up. So, Tremor, I hope it was all worth it. I hope it was all worth it, because guess what? When I pin you 1, 2, 3, and you're looking up into the sky because you think God smacked you across the face, you're going to find out that you ain't Ish. See you soon, buddy.
Holy crap, man. The intensity in the voice of Ishman Martinez about this entire situation is just permeating through the camera screen, through your phone screen. It's insane. Dennis, what are you thinking, man?
Man, I've said it 100 times. I just hate to see it come to this. And, we're all going to be able to watch this just explode all over the Leetown Community Center, because it's not a wrestling match, Evan. So it's not going to stay in the ring, man. It's going to go everywhere. These West Virginia street fights, they get a little wild sometimes.
They do.
This will be my first time calling one, and morbid curiosity, I guess you'd call this. I am looking forward to being able to call this, and I hope to God, Evan, that this puts it to bed, and at least both guys realize that, you know, if they can't be friends, if they can't be a tag team, to at least just go their separate ways and try to establish themselves as single stars, and at least stop harming one another.
Hope so, man. I hope they get it all out of their systems. What could be the final chapter of WSD coming to you live September 16th, ATCW Dominance at Leetown Community Center in Carneysville, West Virginia. Doors at 6:30, bell time at 7 o'clock. Don't miss this one. We're going to have merch available, concessions available. Everything will be available for you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to ATCW Live. We love doing this for you, and we love seeing you at the shows. So please, please, please come on out, enjoy yourselves, and have a great time. Dennis, anything else you'd like to say to the fans?
Thank you guys for tuning in here. Thank you guys for checking out the matches and stuff that we're putting up on YouTube and Facebook for you. And for those of you that come, thank you for coming.
See you, folks. September 16th.